So Tom Reed here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I happen to run into this gentleman. Your name, sir?
I go by Ricky.
Okay, Ricky. And Ricky, I take these videos and I upload them to YouTube. You okay with that?
That is fine, sir.
Okay. So what brings you to Grand Rapids?
Well, I came here from the Detroit area. I was born and raised. I was living in Highland Park, Michigan, near Oakland and Davison, if anybody knows where that is that's watching. And my girlfriend went to the art school here, and so she knew the town and she knew that there were a lot of resources. And my particular situation, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I'm 2 years sober, but I'm still having trouble trying to manage my life, you know?
Yeah.
And I looked into it and I came down here, and because this town does, Grand Rapids has a lot of resources to offer the people, whether you're homeless, low income, anything like that. I mean, I can think of at least 4 places around town where you can go and get a free meal, breakfast and dinner, and that's 6, 7, 8 meals a day for free, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of traveling, and I've never been anywhere like it.
It's a nice, beautiful downtown.
Beautiful, yeah. There's a lot going on. A lot of beautiful people. A lot of cool restaurants.
You said you had trouble managing your life. What do you mean by that?
So I was able to put the alcohol down, but I had trouble. I didn't know how to live. You know, I just know how to survive. And I was tired of just surviving. And you know, when I was in my active addiction, I couldn't manage my money. I couldn't hold down a job long enough. I ruined relationships, friendships, and damn near walked away from everything that I loved. And when I put the alcohol down, I realized that that was just a symptom, and that I didn't know how to manage my life or deal with my emotions. So I've been struggling with that, and I came here to utilize the resources as far as you know, housing, mental health resources, substance abuse counseling, things like that.
And when did alcohol first become an issue for you?
I was real young, about 13 years old.
And how was that introduced to you?
You know, just me and my friends, you know, experimenting. I remember the first time I got real drunk, it was New Year's Eve. I was 13, and we drank probably, I didn't realize it now, that it was a lot of alcohol, but between 2 of us, we split a 5th. And 13-year-old kids that don't drink, I mean, I threw up for 2 days afterwards. But it woke something up in me that, you know, my family has struggled with substance abuse. And
your parents?
My father, yes, my father did. So you know, I was predisposed to it.
Yeah.
And you know, coming from the upbringing I had, single parent, had to grow up fast, and my family having a lot of issues that they haven't resolved themselves. I was never taught how to express myself in a healthy way, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the best way I could put it.
So you went to rehab?
Yes. Yeah, I've gone to treatment several times.
And
yeah.
The last time, did it feel any different than the times you went before? Or?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I was really, like I said, tired of just surviving. You know, I want to learn how to live. And I'm willing and I'm open. And the last treatment center I went to was I'll do a little plug here, but Eastwood in Southfield, Michigan is a beautiful place. If you're from the Metro Detroit area and you're looking for help, get in touch with whatever county that you live in. Their mental health and substance abuse, they will refer you if you have Medicaid, if you don't have insurance. And it was a brotherhood of people. All the staff and counselors have been through it. They've struggled with substance abuse. So they're not just reading out of a book or taking a class, because sometimes you can have a lot of information, but if you haven't been there yourself, you don't truly know what the struggle is. All their staff and counselors have been through it and have been in the same position you're in, so you can relate, you can listen to these people. It's a brotherhood of bringing each other up and picking each other up, you know. Because when you come into a place like that, usually you're at your lowest, you know, you just feel like dirt, you know. So it was a beautiful thing to feel welcomed and brought up, and I've made a couple great friends when I went there, and we still bring each other up and are still doing well today. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you think there are any similarities to that, like with Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah, AA has been great for me too. You know, I know it's kind of one thing they try not to promote, they try not to this and that, but it has helped me immensely. Actually, here I've got I got the big book right here in my backpack.
Oh, nice.
You know, and personally, if you struggle with opiates, anything else, as far as I'm concerned, addiction takes you all to the same dark places, okay?
Okay.
And you can read this book, and even if you're not an alcoholic, you can relate to the desperation and the pain and all of that stuff. And I'm still carrying it around today, so it's something I rely on a lot. Yeah.
This comes up time to time, and I'm not sure I know the answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Alcoholics Anonymous in any way religious?
No, it's a spiritual program.
That's what I thought.
It's a spiritual program, yeah. You know, there are people that, you know, joke, they say, you know, your higher power could be the coffee cup on the table.
Okay.
If that's what you want. Does it help everybody? No. You know what I mean? Personally, I had to believe in something greater than myself because I thought I had all the answers, right? I can get out of this issue, I can do this, I can do that, I don't have to listen to anybody, I don't need any help. And I found through a lot of trial and error that I don't have all of the answers, and I had to believe in something greater than me.
And what is that?
You know, for me, I do call it God, right? Is it what I say? Is it the Christian God, the Buddhist God, anything like that? No. I believe there is something that a guiding force in this world that created everything, and because there are some things I cannot explain. And there have been some experiences I've had that, reasons that I shouldn't be here today, and I still am. So therefore, I feel I have a greater purpose.
Okay.
And there has got to be a reason for it.
Okay.
So.
Did your drinking ever cause you any criminal issues?
Yes. When I was drinking alcohol, I also got involved with cocaine as well, and I caught some felony cases with narcotics. I have. Got a domestic violence. I've got misdemeanors for destruction of property. I mean, it absolutely turned me into the ugliest person you can imagine. I hated myself. Nobody wanted to be around me. I was not a nice drunk. Let's just say that.
Okay. So you were incarcerated?
I've been incarcerated several times.
These charges, how long were you incarcerated for?
I've probably done my whole life, including I was incarcerated in a juvenile institution for my last year, 17 to 18. I think I've added it up total between psychiatric wards, jails, prison, juvenile, and rehab. I've probably done 4 years of my life in institutions, and I'm 30 years old. Okay. So I mean, it's like I said, I've given damn near everything away.
Yeah.
So.
The tattoos.
Yes.
They came about when?
I got the day I turned 18. I got my first tattoo, and it's a skyline of Detroit right here. Oh, right. You've got the Renaissance Center, the Guardian Building, Penobscot. I actually drew this out. I'm an artist, and I had designed it. I wanted to do something with the skyline, and then beneath of it is a music quote. It's actually the album by a band called Interpol. I'm gonna do another plug. A band called Interpol. They're from New York. The album's called Turn on the Bright Lights. It's the album that got me through high school, changed my life, for me, it was a symbol of, you know, being in this city, you know, turn on the bright lights, you know, I'm in control, I'm looking under the microscope, you know, things like that.
And how about the tattoos on your face?
Those were drunken nights. Do I regret?
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them were, yes. This was supposed to be a star. They were stick and poke tattoos, you know, with the needle and ink and stuff.
Okay.
And this is the Egyptian symbol for, it's the Ankh crucifix, A-N-K-H. It's the Egyptian symbol for creation and life.
Okay.
And this was supposed to be a star, and it was messed up, didn't heal right. And yeah, they were drunken. A lot of my tattoos actually were done by me or my friends and stuff like that, and they were drunken. Okay. Let's tattoo each other, you know. Yeah. Great idea at the time. You know.
You say you regret them?
I do regret my face tattoos. Yes.
You do.
You know, I find. I mean, I have them now. I plan on I'm going to get covered in them at some point, but I do find, you know, it is more socially acceptable these days. But people still do look at you a type of way. Employment, you know, I work in trades. Thankfully, I have a skilled trade. I've never had trouble really finding work. That kind of stuff is more socially acceptable in that field because it's a little more rough around the edges. Mm-hmm. But if I were to walk into one of these nice restaurants downtown and try to get a job as a waiter, I don't think they would hire me.
It really works that way for sure.
You know, yeah. I mean, it's getting more easy and more acceptable. You know, if I were to go to one of the kind of trendy restaurants where everyone's got pink hair and tattoos everywhere and piercings, I mean, I could probably get a job. Yeah, you know. But those places are, you know, they're not everywhere.
Yeah, I think you probably could get those taken off.
You know what? That's actually something I've looked into.
I don't think it's a big deal.
You
They're
can get them
small
lasered.
and
Yeah.
I think it's a laser procedure.
I've even heard that there's grants for people that were incarcerated that have gang tattoos or tattoos on their face.
Yeah.
And there are grants that will pay for you to get them removed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's something I think I'm going to look into.
Your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, my favorite childhood memory. Probably my uncle was a big part of my life, and he was a carpenter and woodworker, and he was a gardener, and he really awoke that creative spirit in me, as far as teaching me how to, like, you know, build birdhouses and things when we were young, and grow parsley and tomatoes and have a little garden. And he really awoke that kind of DIY creative side of me, and that's something I'll never forget, and I'm truly grateful for.
Favorite movie?
Oh, this is a tough one. I can give you my top 5.
Okay.
How about that? Okay. Cool Hand Luke. All right, love it. Paul Newman, amazing. You know, about a guy that they just can't break his spirit, and I love the symbolism in that movie. A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick, one of my favorite directors. Anything he's done. A Clockwork Orange, 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Shining. Other favorite movies. I'm a big sci-fi guy, so Alien, the first Alien movie by Ridley Scott, love it. Soylent Green. I don't know if that's an old one, but kind of a more sci-fi too. But Soylent Green is people. I absolutely love that movie.
Okay.
So.
Favorite book?
Oh, that's a tough one. No, that's easy. No, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Okay.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, one of my favorite books. I've read it numerous times. The first time I ever read it, I was in juvie. I was 17 years old in Juvenile Correction Center. And I love that book because if you think about Frankenstein, you think, you know, it's alive kind of thing, but that's not what the book's about at all. It's about a doctor that discovers what is the key to life, essentially, and how to create life. And he creates this creation, but it's a hideous creation, and everywhere it goes, it is turned away and run off from society. But the only thing this creation wants, which the monster, is for companionship. And he's turned away everywhere he goes. So therefore he goes to his creator and he says, I want you to create me a companion because I'm shunned everywhere I go. And the doctor refuses because he feels that he created an abomination. So the monster then therefore vows to make his creator as miserable as he has been since his birth, if you want to call it. And I think the symbolism in that is truly beautiful. And I'm just big into symbolism and the inner, deeper meaning behind things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Favorite band?
Oh, favorite band. I would have to say probably this band Interpol, that I got this tattoo, or a singer-songwriter named Elliott Smith, who is no longer with us, but this is more indie rock, and if you like kind of a folk acoustic singer-songwriter, I highly recommend Elliott Smith.
Okay. And you said you're an artist. Do you have a website or you can plug yourself?
Yeah, okay.
Is there some way, what do you do and how could people get a hold of you?
Okay, so my specialty is pen and ink illustration and collage. I also have a background, I have an associate's degree in fine art photography through Oakland Community College, and I'll plug Oakland Community College. Rob Kangas, if you're still teaching there, you taught me damn near everything I know. I do analog photography. Oakland Community College is one of the only other colleges in Michigan besides the College for Creative Studies downtown Detroit that has an actual darkroom still, color and black and white. And I'm an old school purist, so I love the analog photography. So I do that. I do a little bit of everything. And right now, currently, I'm involved in Next Step of West Michigan. It's actually here in Grand Rapids. It's a nonprofit. They're associated with Mel Trotter, and they have a woodworking program. It's 8 weeks long. I'm on my second week now, and they teach you how to work with wood and build furniture, and teach you a skill, a vocational skill. And your project over the course of 8 weeks is to design a table and build a table, and that's your first piece in your portfolio. They are also hooked up with Joseph Jupe and Kindle Furniture, which are two very high-end custom furniture makers in the area, and they are looking to hire a lot of people, so they help you with employment, resume making, things like that.
Okay.
And it's something I ran into a guy that was in it on the street, and he said, come check it out. I started doing it because I've only been in town 2-3 weeks, and you get paid too. You get paid as well. They pay you for the trainings, 4 days a week, 4 hours a day. And it's just a great opportunity. But so I'm getting into woodworking now too. So I'm a little bit of everything. If I can work with my hands and create something, I'm down to do it. And, you know, I have a sketchbook here actually on me.
Good.
And I've just got some notes. I've got some drawings.
You got neat handwriting.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm working on some designs for my table right now. Just things like that, you know.
Do you have an email where people could get a hold of you if they wanted you to do something?
If you would like to, my email is Ricky, R-I-C-K-Y, Magnolias in the flower, M-A-G-N-O-L-I-A 74 @gmail.com. And I also have artwork on Instagram, social media for those of you that have it. My username is also Ricky Magnolia, as in the flower.
All right.
Detroit, Michigan.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. What makes you want to get out here and kind of?
Well, to be honest, I was always interested in photography when I was young, and I was everywhere I was going, I was taking photos, and then YouTube came out, and it was like I was a little bored, and you know, I'm from Detroit, like an area of Flat Rock near you were, and I thought, well, I always kind of wondered about. I would run into working girls at the time. You know, I was always buying both papers, the Free Press and the News. Of course, they're nothing now. And when I would go into the gas station, I'd get the Free Press News, go down by the Detroit River and read them both. And I would see the working girls buy like bread for the birds in the winter and lunch meat for stray cats, and it just kind of hit me like, wow. And I thought, one of these days I'm going to go and I'm going to interview them.
Find out what the story is.
And then
you
YouTube
know?
just started. And I thought, well, I just started talking, and to be honest with you, that's what kind of put me on the map. And at the beginning, like a lot of videos, they didn't do anything, and then kind of somebody cut and pasted one on Reddit, and after that it got pretty
around.
popular. So I owe the working girls a lot, and I try to help them when I can. I really do.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. I got lucky. You know how it is.
Yeah.
It's like you could be the greatest artist in the world, and if you don't get a break, you're going to be doing stuff for $5 an hour.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And if somebody catches you, catch a wave.
You network with the right person or run into the right, you know.
No, that's how everything is.
And with the day of social media, the age we're in now, I mean, it's just
crazy.
You know, I mean, it's a little. I think it's a double-edged sword because it's easy to get your stuff out there and try to network, but there's also a lot of people doing it. So I feel like there's more competition.
That's exactly
you know
right.
what I mean? So it's tough.
The interesting thing is like, you know, you see working girls and they're kind of shunned upon, but this has allowed them to connect the dots with people. It's so weird. People will drive by them for 5 years straight, and then when they kind of get to know them through a YouTube interview, they want to help.
Well, you realize
but they would have never pulled over and helped them out before that.
And that's the crazy thing is like, you know, you realize everyone's human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you also, when you're, because I know a lot of working girls too, you know, John R. 6 Mile, in between 6 Mile, 7 Mile, and Woodward. There's
Highland
also
Park. That's actually Highland Park down there.
Palmer Park, Highland Park, you know, you get to know these people and you're like, everyone's human. We're all human. And a lot of us have demons. And, you know, and you know, you might, someone that might not understand might go, oh, look at that bum, get a job. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that whore, whatever, pardon my language.
I've learned a lot.
It's the people are judgmental and they're mean. You know, but then they don't realize that, like, you know, there's a darker side of life that they're not seeing and a struggle that they haven't been through and they can't relate and they judge. And it's unfortunate, but it's a sad reality.
Well, you were lucky you were born intelligent.
Thank you.
Ever consider that?
Thank you. Yeah, right.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
For real.
You're a great guy, and you got a great personality. I certainly wish the best for you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
What was your name again?
Tom Reed.
Sorry, Tom Reed?
Yeah.
I'll make sure I get your information and everything. Yeah. Happy to do the interview, you know?
I appreciate you giving me the interview. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For real. No
All
problem.
right.
Thank you, guys. Take care.